Today, you just won $1,000 every day for the rest of your life, but you also get to choose if you want the cash payout option. So the total prize is $10 million, paid out $1,000 a day for 25 years, or if you want the lump sum up front, well, we're only going to give you half, which is $5 million. So what do you choose, the $5 million or the $1,000 every day for the rest of your life? This is a fun thought experiment, so let's jump right into it. Welcome, passive income investors. I got a fun video for you today, and I call it the dumb person dilemma. I don't know why I call it that, because my dad plays the lottery. My girlfriend plays the lottery. I do not play the lottery, but maybe you do, and you can let me know in the comment section below. But I leave you with this question. If you won the Lotto 649, $1,000 every day for the rest of your life, and you walked up to that teller, and they're like, we're going to write you a check. Now, you have two options. You can take the contract where we're going to pay you $1,000 every day for the next 25 years, or we're gonna give you $5 million, which is half the money you're gonna make if we run $1,000 for 365 days over 25 years. You're gonna end up with around, I think it's like 9.6 million. We're gonna round it up just to say 10 million. Now, this is how most of the lotteries work, actually. So they'll offer you the lump sum up front, but you're only gonna get half of it, which is, again, roughly $5 million. Now, when I present this problem to a lot of my friends, they would rather take the $1,000 every day for the rest of life, and that's because they are not passive income investors like us. And I'm going to break these numbers down for you real quick, because I think it's an interesting thought experiment that we're going to jump right into. Let me run the math for you really quick. For those of you that understand how investing works, if you ended up with $5 million and you invested it even just in the general stock market with an average rate of return of 8%, off that 8%, you're going to be bringing in roughly $400,000, which is actually $1,100 a day, which is more than you're getting from the $1,000 a day payout. And on top of that, you still have the lump sum of money, and you're able to reinvest that $400,000. So even if you live off 50 or 100,000 of it, reinvest 300,000, this becomes exponential very, very bloody quick. Whereas with this guy, you don't have a lump sum you can invest. You're only making $1,000 a day, so you can really only invest, if you're spending 50 or 100,000, you're only going to be investing 2 or 300,000, which changes this formula drastically. So I'm going to tell you, if you ever end up winning this prize, not only help me out, I mean, I'm helping you out with some math here, but if you win this prize, let me show you how you're going to invest it to make a lot of money. Let's say you make 10%. Now you're making $500,000 a year, guys, which is, we're talking some real money, which is absolutely staggering on that $5 million. But you'll never have those options if you take this payout, which is really stupid in my opinion, and it's something you should never do. Even if you do play the lottery and happen to win, make sure you always take the payout. They always try and dilute you into the understanding of you're actually going to get more by getting the $1,000 a day. We're going to pay you 10 million, but if not, we're only going to give you half of that. You don't want half of that, do you? Well, that's how they lie to you, because they're essentially taking this formula and they're playing this formula against you. And it's something that I think is fun to think about, and it's a fun little experiment. Now, I want to invert this a little bit and talk about the problems that I think you have as an investor, and something that took me a long time to learn to get over, and that's looking at these big lump sums of money. I'm sure if you watch, let's just talk about winning a lot of money, but let's just say you watch a lot of YouTubers like I do, and you're hearing people throw millions of dollars worth of real estate around, or I have $1 million portfolio, or $1 million this and $1 million that. I don't think they're actually focusing on the thing that's going to make you rich. If you are like me and you want to get to what I call financial freedom, you need to start focusing on cash flow, which is what we're generating with that $5 million. Now, even if you are making $1,000 a day, that is some pretty hefty cash flow. A lot of us don't have the luxury of this, including myself. But let me tell you what would change your life, and what the way you need to start thinking is making money while you sleep. Now, let me tell you, if you could make $5 a day without ever lifting a finger for the rest of your life, just $5 a day, $5 a day. Would that change your life if you never had to work with it for it? $5 a day. A lot of you are like, $5 a day, I make, a six-figure salary at work, whatever. The difference is that $5 is $5 you didn't have to work for. And the reason I'm telling you this, because if you can figure that out once, could you figure it out again and again and again, and to the point where maybe you're making $1,000 a day without actually having to work or do anything anymore? It's a tough psychological experiment to think about, because a lot of us don't live in that realm of understanding that we can actually make money while we sleep. Now, the only passive income I currently make right now is off my stock portfolio, and that generates me usually between $400 to $500 a month. It's funny because we're going to kind of invert this to make it seem like you're broke, like I am, because I am trying to build some form of financial freedom, and you can only do that by finding a way through passive income means, which means making exponential money without you actually having to do anything, and creating systems that build wealth. And that is what you are here, I'm sure, for this channel. So consider slapping a like and subscribing, because we're teaching you some really cool stuff today, and it's just something a little fun and different to talk about. But in my own personal life, when I finally realized that off my stock portfolio that I could make money while I sleep, and when you start making that first dollar a day, you finally reach $365 in passive income, and you're making $1, not even 1,000, but $1 a day, your mind will expand and explode, because there's nothing more interesting than knowing that you're going to make $1 a day every day for the rest of your life in perpetuity if you're diverse and you're smart about your investment philosophy. Now, that $1 a day might buy you a coffee or a donut, but that's every day for the rest of your life. Now, once you get into this ball rolling, all of a sudden you'll start seeing an expansion in your mind, because you'll be forcing yourself to look at ways to basically generate income in this manner. A beautiful thing to understand and kind of conceive the mechanics behind this, because once you start making that $1 a day, well, you're going to figure out how to make 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and that's where I'm kind of growing into at this point. I'm trying to build my own financial freedom on this YouTube channel, and I'm displaying it for you guys to show that it is possible if you live frugally, if you live intelligently, and you find a balance that you can enjoy your life with. Because let's be real, we all don't want to live like hermit crabs trying to bank $1 million so we can retire by the time we're in our mid-30s or 40s. You want to find a nice balance, but you should always be looking for different means to generate what I call the dumb person's dilemma. You want to focus on the little numbers. Like, if I could just make 8% on $1,000, that would be an extra $80 a year. What could I do with an extra $80 a year? If I could just make 8% on $10,000, well, that would be an extra $800 or $1,000 a year. If I could just make 8% on $10,000, and you can start seeing how this exponentially will change the way you think about investing, and it will also change the way you look at the lottery. And I hope you guys enjoyed this clash video here I'm trying to do. It might be a little confusing, but I thought it'd be something a little different for you guys today. And you can always let me know by slapping a like, or consider commenting and letting me know your own personal thoughts on this. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around. Stay cool, stay awesome. I look forward to chatting to you real soon.